Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Thursday, September 2nd, and obviously you did not hear from me yesterday. Had some family stuff going on, and so I just didn't have the time or really energy to put out a car cast since there really wasn't anything major to talk about. I know you all understand, so apologies again for kind of being fairly quiet yesterday. As far as today goes, it is Eviction Thursday. Sarah Beth is going. I haven't even managed to watch all of last night's show, but I did hear that tonight's going to be an endurance competition, so I actually just right now pulled up the end of last night's show to make sure I'd heard correctly, and sure enough, they announced an epic endurance competition. I don't know what that really means. Alyssa has to win. If Alyssa doesn't win, then the cookout gets to the final six, pretty much, unless, again, non-cookout members have to win out in order to not have the cookout make the final six. And right now, both Alyssa and Claire are targeting each other. Alyssa has said, she'll go after Claire. That's her number one target. I mean, it's just, that's how it's down to at this point. So it's, or at least their number two target, so that they'll put them up against. They put Alyssa. I think Claire said I think Alyssa would put up Claire against Kyland. Well, because Kyland is kind of the cookout member that's on the outs with some of the other cookout members, and it's easy to target him, but he won't get voted out because the cookout will remain loyal and will keep him in until there are no cookout members left. So, I don't anticipate Alyssa winning whatever endurance competition this is in. It's going to be 6 versus 1. Claire will not be able to participate. I don't know how they're going to do that. Actually, Claire will have to drop out early. I guess I'll just say Claire will have to not win, which means Claire can go for it up until the very end and then throw it, right? So it actually could be really good cover, where Tiffany could be second. She could let Tiffany win it and throw it to her at the very end. It's actually not a bad competition. Not that any of them are necessarily. It's not too difficult to, quote, throw a competition. So it shouldn't be too hard for Claire to disguise it. As far as the kind of competition, well, there will be 8 people competing, right? And that does not lend itself to... I don't know if they've done 8 on a slip and slide. I can't remember. People keep thinking that they're going to do it, even though they kind of did a version of slip and slide earlier this year. Other types of potential swinging competition. I went through all those different endurance competitions. Pressure cooker, possibly. Or some kind of button holding competition. We'll see. We'll see what it'll be tonight. But again, Sarah Beth's going to get evicted. I can't tell you for sure if they've got a sympathy vote worked into this or not. Last night episode, I read it at least at the very end, because again, I didn't watch all of it. I did not watch the Power Veto competition yet. I watched about the first third of it last night. And then I watched the very, very end of it today, and they were talking about how sketchy Kyland is being, and calling Sarah Beth Sketchy Beth by Hannah. It's like, oh my God. Those are cringe moments when people say things like that. I can't believe Hannah came up with that herself, and if she did, then production encouraged her that she should say it, and it's like, oh, stop it. But, they're painting Kyland as really ticking everybody off by wanting to come down off the block. I don't think it's that big of an issue. He's in a deep enough hole anyways. I mean, he was holding one-on-one meetings yesterday. That was the other thing that kind of caught me when I finally started to try to catch up last night, is that Kyland is holding one-on-one meetings. He's not the head of household. That's usually a thing that we would reserve for head of households. This whole term of one-on-ones was like a head of household thing, but now we've got the nominees the night before the eviction holding one-on-ones. Nobody owes him that, and yet they all seem to, that's the thing. They're all playing into the end game here. All right, fine, talk to Kyland because he might win. He's got a cape on his good side. He might win at this point. At this point, he's got excuses to put people up. So, all right, He has shown the ability to win competitions. Sorry, I'm trying to gather my thoughts back up here. I don't know. They're playing the end game too, in that they're making these. I think I maybe mentioned it on Tuesday, or maybe on Monday, that they're making final deals with Alyssa still. I think Hannah and Tiffany, and I'm not sure who else. Maybe Xavier. They made like a Final Four deal with Alyssa. And the sole purpose of that is just in case Alyssa wins head of household, they won't be a target. They know that they're not taking Alyssa to the Final Four. They just want to make sure that when Alyssa gets out of household, that she doesn't target them on the off chance that a cookout member has to go. Because, at this point, if Alyssa puts up Claire and Claire wins power veto, well, then a cookout member's got to go if Alyssa gets out of household. So they're kind of covering their bases, trying to, up to the very end, keep everybody in their good graces, just like they're entertaining Kylan's one-on-ones, because Kylan might get ahead of household and we wouldn't want to, make him mad. So some of these moves don't make sense unless you consider the fact that they're really playing a really long game here, and they're looking at the finals and trying to position themselves to be in good graces with everybody. Okay, folks, with that, I am going to sign off. Hopefully I'll have more to talk about tomorrow. Again, thank you for your patience. For those of you that noticed that I wasn't around really at all yesterday, or probably actually I wasn't on much the day before either. I'll explain myself at some point down the road. It's nothing. It's not. I don't know. It's nothing in the grand scheme of things with Big Brother. It's nothing earth shaking. I just had other stuff going on and couldn't focus on Big Brother. But I will do another update tomorrow. Watch the endurance competition probably tonight, and let you guys know what I think. I am actually on my way to work today, so we'll poke my head in occasionally and see what's going on. But I don't anticipate anything. Nothing's going to happen. Sarah Beth's getting evicted. That's what we know. All right? I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.